You're listening to The Powder Room.
Hello Lagos, my name is KEL and you are very welcome to step with me into The Powder Room. Yes, this is where we discuss all things women, for women, by women and men as well. And of course, it's not just things that affect women only, but things that affect men as well, because at the end of the day, we can't say that there's true equality if one gender thrives over the other. All right, so that's why I have a male guest with me here to talk about something quite serious. And I think this is the most serious conversation we are ever going to have in our lives, because this is just like a new side of him that I just saw. I was like, wow, so you can be serious like this. But anywho, my next guest is one of my favorite people. He is an AMVCA winner. He is an actor, he is an artist, he is a content creator, he is a producer, as well as one of my favorite fans. So yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Elozonam.
Hello, darling. I'm the biggest fan.
I know.
I'm the biggest fan. Like
I know. And you're welcome. You know, as I've graced you with my presence, you're very welcome.
I can now. I'm done. I've achieved everything in this life.
How are you? How have you been?
I'm good. I'm trying. Yeah.
You know, I intentionally asked you that question, how are you? Because, you know, we're here to talk about mental health, you know, men's mental health to be exact. You know how people just generally ask you, oh, how are you doing? And your instinct is just to answer, oh, yeah, I'm good, I'm good.
Yeah.
Are you really good?
Yeah, I'm good.
How many times do you just instinctively or reflexively say, I'm good? Like, how many, like maybe 80% of the time?
100% of the time. 100% of the time, I say I'm good, even if I'm not.
Even if it's your really close friend or your brother?
If it's my close friend or my brother, yeah, I'm more inclined to talk if I feel like it. So, like, if something is bothering me, I'm more inclined to talk if I feel like it. But like most of the time, my response would be, I'm okay, I'm good, I'm thriving. That's it.
Do you feel like you have a safe space when you need that safe space?
Yes, I think I do. I have friends and family that kind of get it, you know? So they really understand. I mean, the older you get, the more you realize that these things, so a good support system is very, very, very necessary. You can't do life alone. You're not meant to do life alone. So up until, you know, up until the time you find your significant other, whatever, even when you find that person, there's still other, you know, people in your life that you can count on, you can talk to. So personally, I have really good friends that get it. And then my family also gets it. So I feel like I have a safe space, yes. Have
you ever felt like, maybe when you were growing up, did you ever feel like, you know how they say, oh, boys don't cry, you know, men should, quote unquote, man up. Have you ever felt like that, or were you raised like that?
My parents were very liberal. I don't think I ever got that from them. Boys should not cry. But society does that to you. So even if you don't get it from your parents, in school, you know, any social environment, you would get that. Because, I mean, my parents were very liberal, like I said. I was brought up quite well. And so some things that I see in this life kind of baffles me, because I can't relate, because I wasn't brought up that way. But apparently it's the norm. So
things like what?
There's a chronic misogyny that happens with men. It's a trait that it manifests in different ways. How they treat women, how they talk to women, how they perceive women. And I wasn't brought up that way. I don't get it. I can't relate to that pattern of thought. You will not find an ounce of misogyny.
Thank the Lord, hallelujah. Because you cannot just be fine like this and be wicked. It will be heartbreaking, very heartbreaking.
Be wicked in other ways.
That's not that type of show.
But anyways, so so the support system is. I don't know what it feels like to be told, oh, you have to man up. Do you get? You see it in different ways, but for my family, no, never got that. Even though I didn't cry. We never cry like that now. So I guess there was no need for them to tell me to man up.
When you say you never cried, even if like,
I don't know, like
Okay, you're a kid, you fall, you injure yourself.
Yes.
You were crying. No.
I can't remember crying.
She's
and I've had some
Superman.
pretty bad injuries. I can't remember crying.
Maybe you just have
a
a high pain threshold.
I don't think I do. Maybe the pain. You know how you can hurt so much that you start to laugh instead of cry, or you're just like, I don't know. Like I can't explain it. Like you gather yourself and you scream instead of crying. I think that's what
I think there's something else that we have to unpack on another
That's how I
day
express
because this is
pain.
very weird. Let's get right back to the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had a situation where maybe you're talking to one of your guys and he's hesitant to open up to you? Have you ever been in that situation, and then how did you handle it to let him know that? Because yes, you were brought up, differently, but a lot of people were brought up to have the mindset of men must handle their issues on their own. You don't talk to anybody. Even most of the time, you don't even talk to your boys because people have this conception that most men don't really open up to each other. They just talk about football, talk about women, talk about money, and then just leave it alone. Can you relate to that? Any one of those instances?
So, no. I can't relate to that. My friends, my male friends, like I said, they get it because one too many times we've seen people hurt themselves because they bottle up so much and they end up harming themselves and everything. And then one day this person is here, the next day the person is not because of self-harm, because apparently they were going through issues. So my friends, they reach out and say, "Oh, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. Look, if you ever want to talk, we're here." Just don't hesitate to if ever you want to talk, come out and talk. Now, I think I'm a very easy guy to talk to. So anytime any of my guy friends has any issues or anything, they just talk. I don't have to do so much. I don't even have to say, "Hey, my guy, you okay?" before they talk. Do you get? Maybe the issue is just so pressing, and guys are used to handling everything themselves. It's when it gets overwhelming that we now feel the need to talk. So I've never actually asked my friend, "Oh, what's up? Are you good?" And he says he's okay, and I'm like, "Are you really good?" I get the feeling that he's hesitant or something. I don't think so. I know.
Okay, that's actually really good. So I would say you have a healthy, you have healthy relationships, you have healthy friendships, and you understand that men need a safe space.
Yeah.
But now, so putting you and your friends aside, do you think that generally men have safe spaces? Because some guys sometimes they tweet and they even talk about it, saying that, "Oh, maybe I'm dating this woman and she says open up to me, be vulnerable with me," and then the minute you do, she's like, "Oh, nah, you're too vulnerable."
That is a common problem. It's a common problem. So I feel like if men have something to like that to deal with, it is that, because I've been through it before. I've dealt with it before. Been in a relationship or dated somebody that at some point I could not express myself. I couldn't talk. So, and it was uncharacteristic of me.
Why couldn't you talk? Did you feel like you couldn't talk, or whenever you tried to talk,
things happened? It was just the dynamics.
Okay.
Some things just happened, and I felt like I couldn't talk and I couldn't express myself, and it was not me. So eventually everything ended up choking me until I had to leave the situation. So I feel like, if speaking for myself and with what I can see out there, the conversations that go on social media, I think men have to deal with that a lot. Or women say, "Oh, open up to us," and the minute you do, it's like
it's too much opening. Close the door.
Exactly. So there's a certain level of finesse that men have to apply with that opening up.
And so speaking from my experience as a woman now, because obviously I can't speak, for men, I would say I think the problem is some women don't understand what it means to be vulnerable. Some women have been brought up in homes and obviously societies where they say, "Oh, the man is the head, the man is the leader, the man is everything," Yes, so some women open their mouth and say, "Be vulnerable with me," but they don't know what it actually means.
They don't know. For
a human being to be vulnerable, because it's like they don't see men as human beings like themselves. It's like, why is he complaining? Why is he talking about this thing? Why is he bringing this thing to me? So I would say a lot of women just say that without understanding what it means for another person, for especially a man who's been taught most of his life to bottle things up, to come to you and to just break down and be human in front of you. So I would say, unfortunately, those men open up to the wrong. It's not an all women thing.
It's not an all women thing, I know.
But unfortunately, it feels like it's a mostly women. It's a mostly women thing.
You want to admit though.
So I don't know, man. Women, we need to do better. Women, please, just do better.
I feel like in that regard, women need to maybe educate themselves on what it means for a man to actually be vulnerable with them, especially if it's somebody that you want to make your life partner. This person it's you and them doing life.
Exactly.
That you're all they have. There's some things that they can, even if you guys have kids, there's some things that they can't talk to the kids about. You are all they have. So if they cannot talk to you, then who are they going to talk to? Do you get? So you now have a ripple effect. Men are confiding in other people, or some men are just staying. I know people who have. I used to work a 9 to 5. I know people who have stayed in the office past work hours because they don't want to go home and meet their wives.
And that's just wrong.
And that's terrible.
Because your house should be
your safe space,
bro.
It should be your safe space. So I feel like for you to say yes to a man that you're going to do life with this man, you should be ready to be that person's safe space in the entirety of it, because that's where the problem is. That's where a huge problem is.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. We're going to take a brief break, right? When we come back, we're going to talk about this more, and then I'm also going to talk about the series of videos that I've seen you post for a certain brand that you work with. We're just going to talk more about men's mental health and how important it is, and the different ways that you think people can help men understand that, look, it is okay to be human. Because I don't even want to say vulnerable, because at the end of the day, we are all human. We're all going through things. Everybody needs an outlet. Everybody needs a safe space. So you know what? We're going to go on a brief break. My name is KEL, and I'm here with Elozonam. We're talking about mental health matters. And when we're talking about mental health, we're talking about men's mental health. Okay. So when we come back, we'll continue the conversation. My name is KEL, and this is The Powder Room.
Step into the powder room with KEL.
Hi, my name is Elozonam, and I'm chilling with KEL in the powder room. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Dance. Violence. Satisfaction. Nigeria. Heartbreaks. Fun.
Step into the powder room with KEL.
All right, you're welcome back. This is The Powder Room. My name is KEL, and I'm still here with AMVCA winner, actor, producer, content creator, artist, KEL's favorite fan. Yes, I'm still here with Elozonam, and we're speaking on the importance of men having a safe space. Basically, our topic today is men's mental health, with the men capitalized. So I was looking at a study, right? I was looking up some information when it comes to men, depression, suicide rates. So apparently, depression is 1.5 to 3 times higher or more common in women than men. Just leave that information. But get this, the suicide rate amongst American men is about 4 times higher than women, because women attempt suicide but don't really go all the way, but men, once they attempt suicide, they go all the way. So that's actually pretty sad. Yeah, because I know it's not an easy thing for anybody to say, look, I'm done
and I want to off myself.
Yeah,
but there's a weird feeling that comes with that, and I feel like a lot of people have been close. So I had a friend a few years ago. He posted something on Instagram that worried a lot of us. So I called him. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on? What you posted? Come on." And he said, he's gonna be fine. You take it down. You take it down. You take it down. He took it down. And I talked to him. He's like, nobody really understands what it feels like to want to for this whole thing to just end. Like, people don't really get it. Like, he just wants everything to end. And I'm like, I don't understand it,
Was he going through stuff?
He was, but I feel like at some point he fixed up, picked himself up, moved on with life, got married and got better. But like, I kind of get it. I understand. Sometimes life is just really overwhelming and you don't know what the point is. And just like, why? And then you just want to just step out.
Yeah.
You get so. I feel like a lot of men have gotten to that point. It's just that some people they follow through and they just leave. I don't know, but I feel like it all comes back to how you take care of yourself mentally and who you surround yourself with. You have to have a safe space. You have to have people that believe in you, people that encourage you, people that understand, people that get it. Get the pressures that you face every day. And in turn you'll be there for other people too as well. So it's like a give and take thing, and it keeps your mental health healthy.
So I guess you have off days, right? You have days where you're just like feel mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
So how do you push through?
I watch TV. Honestly, I just watch stuff that I like to watch, and I talk to somebody. I talk to people. Like they said the people that I talk to, I just let it out, and it helps. And it also helps when I have something to do. Most of the time, I know that, when I'm depressed or sad or low, it's because I'm idle. Once I'm taking a break, like I'm in this creative block or space where I have to take a break, then all sorts of stuff starts to happen. When I'm able to keep my mind occupied, I have focus, then all those things, I don't have time to be feeling that way. I'm entertained by my work, but I have a support system that I talk to, yeah.
All right, so I've been seeing a series of videos that you've been posting on social media with the brand that you work with, and it's basically talking about the importance of mental health. How do you feel that helps men? Have you had people send you DMs on some, thank you for posting this just makes me feel seen, this makes me feel heard? And does the campaign go beyond just posting videos? Are there like events and groups and things that places basically that men can come to and just let it all out?
So last year they had an event for International Men's Day, and they had an event for men. So I was part of the panel, and me and a few of my colleagues in the industry, and we talked about these issues. We did. So I've seen also, after I posted those videos, a lot of men came out to, and the thing is, it's sad because the response I got to those videos, that is a real problem. A lot of men are like, yeah, but like they say you should talk. Now why you talk, they'll say you're not a man or something. Like those are the kind of responses I was getting. A lot of men were like, oh yeah, that thank you for posting this, that they feel a lot of pressure, and at the very least a brand and an individual are aware of this and just sending out messages and everything, that it makes them feel seen. But most of the messages were full of skepticism. Men should not talk, men should not this, men should that, so they all feel like men shouldn't just carry on and chest everything.
And I would bet that most of those men have had experiences where they've opened up to somebody, and unfortunately I'm sure it's women that they open up to. And the women are like, what are you doing? My friend, man up. Oh, God.
Because a guy gets it, yeah. Most men, they understand that I'm feeling this way, and it would be nice for me to find somebody that I can talk to. So if your fellow guy comes and says, man, I don't know, man, that I have a problem, you'll be more inclined to ask, what's up? What's going on? As a guy, because you get it, because you're also going through the same thing, right? And you would like for a safe space to be provided for you to actually talk. So knowing that, you would actually provide a safe space for somebody else, because you can actually relate to that person as a guy. So I think guys get it.
At the end of the day, because even if, no matter how supportive a woman is, as a man, I think that there are some problems that you would go through that are unique to men. Because even if a woman is really understanding, really trying to get it, really trying to be there for you, if you talk to another man, he basically would say, what, this exact same thing happened to me, and this, and he would even offer insight. So that's not to say, men, don't open up to your women. Open up to your women, but I believe that men should also have their own guys too, that they
I hope that women are listening to this thing, because let me tell you a fundamental fact. Yeah, most men, especially those who have spouses, whether it's your girlfriend or your wife, they would rather talk to their wives or girlfriends.
Why?
Honestly, because let me speak for myself.
So they don't trust the other men.
No, they do, but it's an emotional thing. Right? It's an emotional thing. This is your See, this is your person. This is the person you're doing life with at the time.
Yeah. I
So
get that.
if you run into an issue, it's that person you want to talk to. It's an emotional thing. You want them to be your safe. You want them to be the person that you run, not your guys. Yeah, your guys. If it's a peculiar situation to men, you can go and talk to them. You get, but instinctively, it is you, the woman that they want to talk to, the woman in their life. That's who they want to talk to. Now, if they don't feel like they can talk to you, then that's a very big problem. It's a very, very, very big problem, because again, there are issues that you cannot go and tell your guys. You have to tell her. Do you get? So women just need to actually understand their importance.
Yeah.
They are very, very important.
Yeah.
They are very, 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 very important, and you need to understand that and know how to deal with it.
But do you think sometimes like women are valid when they say, "Oh, this guy, it feels like he's complaining too much all the time"? Do you think there's any validity to that? Because I've heard that before, when a woman is like, I told him to open up to me, but it's like every day and every night there's always problem.
I don't think that's a gender thing. I think that is everybody. If a guy has a girlfriend and she's always complaining too much, she's going to get irritated, right? If you're complaining, I think complaining is different from like voicing out issues, especially when you're not complaining about that person. You're complaining about what is going on, or you're talking about what is going on in your life. Because if life is kicking you left, right, and center,
that's life.
That's life. It's happening.
It happens. Sometimes some people go through it for like 6 months.
Yes,
it's almost happening every month.
It is actually, and I know that. Okay, fine. You can be turned off because it kind of seems like this person is not getting it together. But that's not a gender thing. I think it happens with everybody.
True.
It happens with everybody. So me, I know I'll be put off. I would have to exercise an enormous amount of patience to understand that life happens. You have to be patient with this person, but it happens to everybody. It's not gender specific.
I just randomly remembered one meme I saw, some message between somebody else. Okay, so two people were messaging, and person was like, "Oh, how you doing? I'm good." It's like, every time you're good. Try to go through something. It helps to build character.
Yeah, I saw that.
Having cracked me up. I'm never going to lie. Okay, so what I want to ask is that, do you think that the media does enough when it comes to promoting the mental health of men, or just basically encouraging men to talk through things and just to be as open as they can and not to bottle things up? Do you think the media does enough of that?
Honestly, I feel like this men's mental health, these conversations are kind of fresh. They're new. They're very new. I mean, in 2013, were we having these conversations? I don't think so.
True.
Exactly.
True.
I think right now, people are just becoming more aware that men are not machines. They actually have feelings and they need to be catered to. So I feel like it's a good start. What the media is doing is a good start. It could be more, but where they are right now is fine. I mean, their brands and their individuals, men and women, are like having these conversations, and that's very important. And it's a good start. So yeah.
All right. So what would be your advice to any young man listening out there? Two young men. So there's one young man listening and hoping and wishing that he could find someone to talk to. And then the other young man who is like saying, no, men are not supposed to talk. Men are not supposed to voice our issues. We're supposed to be men. We're supposed to handle it ourselves. So what's your advice to those two specific men?
So to demand that things that men are not supposed to talk and everything. Now, I'm a very, very to each his own kind of guy. Yeah. If you feel like you're a man, you should not talk, and you can handle your life by yourself. Oh, my friend, go for it too. No, go for it. Do it. If you feel like one day you not wake up and off yourself, fantastic, do it. Do you get? But to the other guy who is looking for a support system and who wants friends that he can talk to, they are there. And I feel like, in your younger years, you don't understand these things. The older you get, the more mature you get, the more aware you become that, one, you're a human being. You cannot handle life by yourself.
True.
You can't. Even the richest man, whatever, they were people. You cannot. Once you accept that fact, then it'll be easy for you to actually talk to somebody. Once you accept that life, you're not supposed to do it by yourself, and it's actually okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to talk. When you find people that you can trust, instinctively you will know. Just listen to your gut. Always trust your instincts. You will know. Bad people don't hide. That's why I reflect that something will tip you off. Right? And you keep it moving. But when you find good people, you hold on to them, because good people are scarce.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. I like this was such a serious conversation. My gosh. Wow.
I guess sense.
Apparently you do. All right, so what is next for Elozonam? I know you just put out you were just in a movie recently, which I
Yes.
saw. Amazing stuff.
Weekend to forget.
So what else is next for you?
I'm
and
working
of
on my
course,
own
drop
series.
your social media handles so people can follow you and get some more information from you.
Okay, so I'm working on a series, a YouTube series slated
Okay.
for next year.
Okay.
Oh,
by the way, guys, you should check out Hello Neighbor by Elozonam. It's on YouTube.
Yes.
Fantastic.
please, thank you very much. So and that's the major that's what my focus is on, because production is hard and the economy is not making it even easier. But
Okay.
so I'm working on a new series, and that's what my focus is. And you can catch everything I have created on my social media: YouTube Elozonam, Instagram Elozonam, Twitter Elozonam1, TikTok Elozonam1, Facebook Elozonam.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much for being here with me and having this conversation from the perspective of a man. So I would say, as a women, please learn to be an actual safe space. If you know you don't know what it means to be a safe space for your man, and not just for your man, because sometimes you even have male friends who are drawn to you and just want to talk to you. If you don't know what it means, do not offer it, because you're going to do that man so much more harm than good if you say, open up to me, and he does, and then you shut him down. So please do not ask for it if you don't know how to handle it. And then if you ask for it, accept it with grace. He's a human being. Yes, he might be the head of your home. Yes, you might look at him as, oh, my Lord, my master. But he's still a human being. So when that man comes to you, give him grace. All right, my name is KEL, and this has been another exciting episode of The Powder Room. Thank you to Elozonam. Elozonam for being here with me.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and stick around, because next week we will be having another fantastic conversation with another amazing human being. Till then, follow me on social media at KEL Online. It's my handle everywhere. Follow at TPR Podcast NG. Follow at *_Radler, and of course at Lagos Talks 913. Till then, good night, goodbye, and God bless.